Hey everyone, I am back to do more reviews on I've been doing more reviews on the Fairly OddParents and stuff. Well, I'm gonna be doing more reviews, I should say. Sorry if I said that wrong. Well, I said it in a weird way, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing more reviews. Thank you for the people who are supporting me. I've got 105 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Hoping to get more soon. Hoping to, at least. I had one person unsubscribe. That might have been a phony subscriber, because I've heard that sometimes there's people there's bots that subscribe to your channel, so I don't really know. I was actually watching one of Nathaniel Bandy's, streams, because he's back. He has his channel back now, and unfortunately, only one of the Galaxy one of his streams exists now. Unfortunately, so yeah, that stinks, because Mario Galaxy, I think it might be my favorite 3D Mario game. I'm not sure. But it's sad that only one stream remains now, so I don't know if they'll ever come back or not. But yeah, I was watching that. He mentioned that in the stream that there are bots, that subscribe to your channel too. So I don't really know. Those usually go away pretty fast. So I don't really know. But thank you for the people who are supporting me. I'm hoping to get to 110 subs soon. Hoping to get to 110 maybe by next month, maybe. I'm not sure. But I'm excited to get back to these reviews, because I've been going through some stuff, some gender fluid stuff and all that, and it's pretty hard to deal with. So yeah, it's finally nice to go back to a show that it's my childhood, and all that, and watch it again. That's why we have cartoons, when you're having a rough life, you can watch cartoons. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about this episode called Fool's Day Out. This is a fun fact. This is the only episode that focuses on the fool himself. Himself. There are other times he'll appear in other episodes. There'll actually be one down the road in season 4 I'll be reviewing. I'll go ahead and say it just because it's called Hard Copy. I'll be reviewing that one down the road, maybe. I could change my mind, but right now, that's on the list. Yeah, for the Fairly OddParents, I've actually got quite a bit of episodes to pick through, so I don't know. The Powerpuff Girls will be next after this is over, but this has got a long ways to go, so, yeah. But the Powerpuff Girls will be next for good and bad episodes from each season, and I gotta say, I have hardly any episodes I can pick from. There are bad ones and good ones, but I can't really remember all the seasons. But one of them from season 1, I know that episode already that I'm going to be picking for the Powerpuff Girls. So, yeah. But anywho, let's talk about this show in particular, because this is the show we're talking about, and this is Fool's Day Out. And this episode is not very good, honestly. I actually found a bad episode in the season. It's not awful per se, but it's not very good. And if you guys can hear them outside, there's frogs and stuff out here, and it's raining. I was gonna do it in my basement, but I heard the rain quit pouring down. The rain was pouring down hard earlier, and I couldn't do it outside. So the reason why I'm doing these outside is because these videos outside at night, because I'm not making noise. I've got, my dad's sleeping inside, so I don't want to wake him up, That's why I could have done this earlier, but I figured since I'm going to be up all night, I had time to relax, get time to myself before he got off work, so, yeah. Yeah, this episode, though, is definitely not the best. I'll go through the problems in a second. I also wanted to talk about the coloring, where the fun fact and review part is at. I was going on a trend here where, good episode, the first episode of each season was gonna have one does color yellow, and then Cosmos was gonna be white for his shirt because they were gonna match their shirt colors. I kind of messed that up. I messed that up in when I was doing the Superbike one with the red and stuff. But it's alright. I will continue doing the trend like this. I just forgot about that. I was making that because I was like, Superbike's got a cool red design. I wanted to do one on him. So, yeah, sorry about messing up the colors. I promise from here on out it'll be yellow and white. So, you guys know. But anywho, enough about that. Let's talk about the Fool's Day episode. What's it about? Well, it starts off with apparently Timmy's friends and family, and everyone basically picking on him by throwing pies and stuff at him on each season. Because everyone pranks him and stuff, and I guess people, like to prank on Timmy or something. I'm not sure. They talk about how his pranks suck, and he even mentions it, but we never really see him do shitty pranks. So I'm like, well, what's so bad about his pranks? We never get to see it, so I don't really know why they even bring it up in the episode. But many characters do, including Timmy himself. You know, he brings up how his acts suck. That's what makes him wish the Fool to appear. But I'll get to the Fool in a second. I'll get to the Fool in a second. But I'm gonna talk about, I want to talk about, the fact that, like, everyone's picking on him, and they end up using a groundhog, and a groundhog attacks Timmy, which I think that's a bit harsh. I mean, I'm not a fan of April Fools. April Fools is probably my least favorite holiday. I'm not a fan of it at all. I don't like it. I like the name. The name is pretty cool for April Fools, but I don't like how you can't trust anyone. Everyone can lie into you. It's a day where everyone can lie and stuff, and I don't really like that too much. I don't really like that, but yeah, April Fools is probably my least favorite holiday, and it's then it's got some things that I like about it, like I said, the name and stuff, but it's not so bad if you're not going out to places. But back when I was in school and stuff, I didn't really like it. Didn't like how my teacher, it makes you, they have a way to trick you and get you so hyped for something, and then you get fooled. Back in 5th grade, our teachers did this thing where a teacher, I should say not teachers, but teacher, Miss Myers, she was called Miss Myers, she did this thing where we're gonna make brownies, and apparently we're making brownies, and that pissed me off so much. I'm like, I shouldn't be pissed, it's April Fool's Day, but at the same time, I'm like, I was so freaking hyped to have brownies, and then, like, it's a brownie, for God's sake, so I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably the Grinch around that holiday. The Grinch, he hates Christmas. He hates the Scrooge and Grinch both hate Christmas and stuff. Well, I hate April Fool's Day. I'll probably have 3 ghosts of April Fool's Day visiting me. I don't know. I'm going kind of off track here. I mainly want to talk about this. The reason why I brought that up is because this is an April Fool's Day episode. It's funny because it came out in October, but hey, I don't really know. Let's be fair, I don't think a lot of cartoons release episodes, seasonal episodes on holidays. I don't blame them. I'd probably do the same thing, honestly. If I made a cartoon, but apparently they do that with Christmas. I think Christmas and stuff is always, well, Christmas for the most part is, they release episodes, around Christmas time, so I don't really know. But yeah, basically I want to talk about this episode and the reason why I don't like it. And the reason why I don't like this episode is because, like I said, everyone's kind of freaking treating Timmy like crap, and then freaking Timmy wishes for the Fool to appear, or I should say, he does the stage thing where he makes April Fool's, the April Fool guy appear, which I just find, I find really, odd, because, well, it's the April Fool guy, I don't know why they couldn't just wish him here. Instead they have to say, please, put your hands together for the April Fools or something. I don't remember what Timmy said, but I'm like, why couldn't he just wish for the April Fools to be here? I mean, I guess it wants to make it fancy. They're trying to introduce us to this character. To be fair here, he was in the Christmas episode in season 1. I think it was, I don't really know if it's season 1 or not, because apparently the Wikipedia said that one episode I reviewed, Superbike, was a different numbered episode. But it was a different numbered episode. But then, this one says episode 11, which I just realized I pushed it too far over. That's alright, though. That's more for decoration, anyway. I'm still working on, improving my thumbnail-ish stuff, so, yeah, but yeah, basically, so they basically, get him to appear, and I guess he causes trouble and stuff, and at first it's like, I'm like, you know what, I'm like, AJ got his, papers, burnt and stuff, and I'm like, good for him, because he and Chester freaking used a rabid, groundhog to freaking shred Timmy to death, so I don't really feel bad for AJ and Chester getting pranked. But then I'm like, I think, going to the point where the April Fool guy, has Timmy's dad and mom get killed for glass because of a pranks. Yeah, I think that's kind of where they kind of went too far with that. Well, they fooled it, I should say. But yeah, Wanda was pointing out, in the episode, like how he went too far with pranking Chester and AJ, and I'm like, well, you're wanting to say something. You're the same person, who pranked you and Cosmo, freaking put, a groundhog and freaking had it shred Timmy to death. So, like twice in the episode. So I'm like, I don't think Wanda has the right of way to say that he went too far. Now, where the glass thing, yeah, that's way too far. I mean, yeah, Timmy getting hurt, that's definitely far. But to the point where someone gets shredded by freaking glass to death, yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't really like the Fool Eater. I think he was a good character. I can see why they never brought him back, because he's a freaking maniac in this episode. Like I said, he tried to kill Timmy's parents. He tried to turn the world into a freaking ice age. I just don't freaking care for him. He's just not that interesting of a character. I just don't care for him. I think it would have been nice if they would have made him more of a better character, maybe. I don't know. But to the point where they turn him into a villain at the end, I feel like that's a little too far. I mean, too far for his character, but I guess the Fool likes to see other people miserable, I guess, which is kind of dark for this character here, but I don't really know, though. But like I said, I don't really care for this episode too much. I don't despise it, but again, I don't like the Fool. I don't like him. I don't like the way everyone treats Timmy at the beginning of the episode. And I guess, to be fair here, that's kind of supposed to start off this plot, the plot and stuff. But I mean, there's better episodes after that start plots way better. And in fact, the B episode of this, the B one here, actually starts off this much better, which I also forgot to put the A here. Oh well. I forgot to put the episode A, thing, but I don't know. But yeah, the B one does it much better. It really does. But yeah, the B episode definitely, I think, handles the setup much better, honestly, But I gotta say though, yeah, I don't think I don't think everyone pranking him, I don't think that was really necessary, honestly, in the episode. I mean, it feels like it makes everyone freaking assholes, to Timmy. It really does. And I kind of want to see Timmy exceed. I want to see him exceed. Of pranking everyone at this point. Freaking consider like everyone's trying to throwing pies at him throughout the entire year, picking on him and putting freaking rabid gophers or groundhogs or whatever the heck you want to call them. In his face and tearing him to shreds. Yeah, I definitely want to see them get freaking pranked. But it never really gets to that. I mean, yeah, we get Chester and AJ get pranked a little bit, but I don't feel like they all the characters got really what they deserved. But I don't really know though. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. There's not really a lot to talk about in this episode. I think it's just, a generic episode, and I think if you want a better April Fool's episode of a TV show, go watch, SpongeBob's episode, Fools in April. That episode's much better than this one. It really is. This one is not bad, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a score though. Between 0 and 120, this episode is going to be getting. It's gonna be getting 6. It's actually just gonna be getting I'm gonna give it 39 points. 39 points. Yeah, this episode is getting 39 points. 39 points. And the reason why I'm giving it 39 and not lower is because it's not really frustrating. I just don't really feel anything coming out of this episode. I don't feel anything at all, and I don't like the April Fools. I don't freaking like how they handled his character. They make him freaking obnoxious, and they make the character obnoxious, and then turn him into a freaking villain at the end. I hate that. I hate that they did that to him. And freaking hearing Cosmo just laughing constantly, constantly throughout the entire, episode. It just seems obnoxious and annoying, honestly. If you guys want a funnier episode and a better episode that's funny, well, it's focused on, laughter and stuff, there's another episode that's better than that. I don't remember the name of it, but it's much better than this one. It's where Timmy, wishes he's the funniest person on the planet. That one is much better. I just don't really, again, don't feel anything going on. I don't feel much for this episode. I just don't. I don't like the way everyone treats Timmy and stuff, and there's just not a lot going on here. There really isn't. I don't know, there's just not a lot, and maybe the score will change down the road, but for right now, it's getting 39 points, and that's 1 point under the meh. So that means this episode was so close to getting a meh, but just 1 point off kept it from getting a meh, and that's because this episode's very forgettable and not funny at all. And maybe if the April Fool's guy, they handled his character better and didn't make him a villain and obnoxious, then I probably would have gave it a meh, but that takes points down for it. But anywho, it's probably about time I wrap this video up. Sorry if I was a little bit all over the place and stuff. The reason why I started off the episode with, talking about April Fool's stuff, because this is an April Fool's themed episode. I wanted to share a little bit of my backstory, with it. And I do have a comment question for this episode. I really do. What is your guys' least favorite holiday? Your least favorite holiday? What is your guys' least favorite holiday? Mine is April Fool's Day. And I mean, it doesn't mean you guys have to hate a holiday, but if you guys have a least favorite holiday, name it. And 9/11 does not count because that's not really a holiday. That's just celebrating, well, people don't really celebrate it. It's just a day, where people talk about 9/11. I mean, an actual holiday, like Easter, Christmas, Halloween, Martin Luther King Jr., any of those days, you guys can tell me in the comments below. And I guess I can count 9/11 too, maybe 9/11. But I don't know why people would hate that holiday. Honestly, I don't really know why people would hate it, but I don't know. People have different opinions, so maybe someone out there does hate 9/11. I don't know. Please tell me your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.